Alright folks, back here again with the Chevy Cummins swap. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the frame, what I've got done to it. Alright, I added 2 inches at the bottom of the frame, all the way down. Got 7 gauge reinforcement weights. And on the inside, I've got it braced. All the way down, both sides. And on the spring hangers, I had to make new backing plates for them. I made them out of 1/4-inch steel plate, all new, grade 8 mounting hardware. And on the back here, I got the Sky Manufacturing 4-inch shackle flip. I recommend buying one of those instead of making your own. It's all made out of 1/4-inch steel. It's very sturdy. And on the frame, I sandblasted the frame. It's got 2 coats of rust bullet, industrial coating. It's guaranteed for like 10-15 years. And 2 coats of satin black. And here's the other cross member I put in the back. I put it straight over the axle, because I'm going to have to make some shock mounts for this Dana 70 out of the Dodge. And I had to cut the purchase off of this Dana 70 because they were narrower mounting than the 14 bolt Chevy rear end. I gotta wait till I get my transmission put in and bolted down until I can get the angle, the pinion angle, so I can weld it all together. And on the front here, here's my motor mount reinforcement. On the back, on the frame, it's 7 gauge plate, bent at a 90, going under the frame. Here's the steering box brace, front and bottom. There's the new shock mounts. I mounted them straight up and down like the Dodge. And there's my rear shackles, made out of 3/8 steel. The bolt holes are actually a 1/2 inch farther apart, because I guess the Chevys, they got a tendency to rub in the frame with the stock shackles. And those are like, I don't know, 7 gauge steel, so they're not very sturdy. And on the front here, I'm using the Dodge Dana 60 355 gears, and the mounting is actually farther apart than the Chevy front ends, so I had to machine a bushing down. See, this one still good. I had to machine this one 1/4 inch off, this one and the back one, to push the spring out 1/4 inch on both sides. That way it centers the axle perfect, just like it was supposed to be there. And this is actually a 4-inch Tough Country lift spring, so different bushings. I mean, I got another set of springs. They're 6-inch, and I think they're super lift, because they actually got different style bushings, so not all lift springs have the same bushings. And here's the new front cross member, which the other one was right here. I cut that out. I still got the sway bar mounts. I reinforced all that. And here's the new motor mounts cross member. As you can see, I tied my new cross member into my motor mounts. That way you can't push it down when you put the motor in and bolt it down. It doesn't spread the frame apart. But that's 2 by 3.5 inch, 1/4 inch thick tubing. It's all unboltable. I can take everything apart. As you can see, all I did was weld the 7-gauge plate on top of the Chevy mount and drill slots in it like the Dodge. These are stock Dodge Cummins mounts. These are custom motor mounts. And I just welded in new floor pans because there was a spot right over the mount that was rotted through. So I cut all that out, put the backing on the bottom. There's actually two pieces. There's a plate that sits on the rails and then your floor mount. So I've done it right. I put them both in, both sides. Got all grade 8 mounting hardware. There's the picture of the passenger side backing plate. And underneath the cab, I sandblasted it all. Coated it 2 coats of rust bullet like specified in the instructions. And 2 coats of satin black. The whole bottom of the cab is like brand new. There's the new floor pans. I put a seam sealer over all the welds, sealed them up, that way there's no chance of rust. There's the other side. And the only bad part of the cab is the cab corners and the rocker panels, which I'm going to replace them when I get everything together. I'm not too worried about that now. I just want to get it together and run it down the road. That way I know what's going on with it. If I got to tweak anything else, I can do that, but I can do that during the winter time when I ain't got nothing else to do. And this week I got to sandblast the firewall, get all this black seam sealer off of it and coat it with either rust bullet or that Eastwood rust preventive coating. Then the top, I gotta sandblast all that shit off there too. And get all this sealer out of the windshield and get it painted up. I just gotta get this rust preventive shit and all the primer on it, that way I can start putting the inside of the cab together. I should have the bell housing done and welded up this week, so I can get that together and we'll go from there. So like I said before, I'm actually using the 2nd generation adapter plate and the NV4500 bell housing on my SM465 with the 1.5 inch input shaft, the 32 spline main shaft, and the NP205, which I think I explained in another video. But I still got to get the transfer case put back together, and there's a redesigned shaft I got to put in that. keep it from shearing off. Because the Cummins 89 through 93, they came with a redesigned output shaft with a different oil passage. And I gotta get a retrofit kit or a whole transmission to put in here, which I'll tell you how to do that when the time comes. So if I'm missing anything, or is there anything else you need to know, you comment, let me know. If you like it, and we'll go from there. I've still got a bunch of videos when I get more stuff done. And thanks for watching.